You say you want freedom, but watch what actually happens. You don't just hesitate. Something is already narrowing the options before you even feel them. And you think that's you being rational, but it doesn't start where you think. You're offered a new path, a different city, a different role, a different version of yourself. And before you even explore it, your mind asks, is it stable? Is it safe? What if it collapses? You call that maturity, but notice the speed of it, the filtering, the quiet closing of doors before you've even stepped toward them. You don't experience freedom as space. You experience it as risk, and you don't notice when that shift happens. This isn't about courage, and it's not that you don't want more. You do. There's a part of you that wants movement, expansion, unpredictable possibility, and there's another part that calculates the cost before you even feel the desire fully. They don't move at the same speed. One part imagines, the other stabilizes, and you usually follow the one that keeps things steady. Not because it's truer, not because it's wiser, but because certainty feels like control, and control feels safer than freedom. So you don't reject freedom directly. You reorganize it into something manageable, something explainable, something that won't shake your life too much. And you call that balance. Look at how this shows up. You say you want change, but only if it's guaranteed. You say you want something new, but only if you know how it ends. You research, you compare, you wait for the right moment. Not because you're lazy, because uncertainty feels like falling without edges. So you shrink your choices to what can be predicted. You don't choose the most alive option. You choose the one that won't destabilize your identity. And afterward, you feel something subtle. Not regret exactly, more like a quiet flattening, like something was possible, and you edited it out before it had the chance to exist. And you know this isn't the first time. Pay attention to what feels responsible. The choices that look adult, reasonable, stable, they don't just appear. You were taught quietly what counts as secure, what makes sense, what doesn't disturb the system around you. Uncertainty was never neutral. It carried consequences, discomfort, raised eyebrows, subtle withdrawal. So you adapted. You learned to reduce volatility in your plans, in your desires, in yourself. Not because you don't want freedom, but because certainty protects your place, your image, your relationships, your sense of control. So you're not just choosing safety, you're preserving structure. And after a while, that preservation starts to feel like personality, like that's simply who you are. But if safety was truly your nature, why does freedom still feel like something you almost remember?